LivingQuilt.org is a new website created by the Southern AIDS Coalition to share multilingual testimonials of women living with HIV/AIDS. Click on a picture and hear a brief story, like this one from a South Florida woman.
Hi, I'm Vivian. I live in Miami, and I'm 40-something. I found out that I was positive, and I just took things on and went my way. I just decided that I was going to be positive about being positive.
The goal of the website is to reduce the spread of the HIV virus and help those who may be infected. Tom Liberty of the Florida Department of Health says the target is females for good reason.
Women make up nearly a third of the people living with HIV and AIDS in Florida, and more than 80% of the women are minority, Black or Hispanic.
But those ethnic groups look down on folks with HIV, and those affected sometimes feel like outcasts. That was the case for Julia Llorente, who found out her husband passed the virus on to her when she was pregnant. Despite fears of infection, that infant was born HIV negative. He's now 18 and healthy. So is she, thanks in part to Llorente's 2-decade fight against bigotry and ignorance. Even now, she says, AIDS is not something commonly discussed among Hispanics.
The stigma comes from years past of the media stating that this was the gay plague, all of that. So when you state HIV or you hear people talk about it, it becomes a total whisper. People just whisper, they look around and, over their shoulder, make sure that nobody's listening.
Tanya Lopez coordinates multi-HIV prevention programs at Care Resource, one of the largest providers in the state. She also got involved in advocacy unexpectedly.
My husband died of AIDS about 15 years ago, and I was married, and I was a housewife, and that's one of the stigma that we still have, that if you're married, you're not going to get HIV positive. Thank God I'm not, but it could have been a different story in terms of getting infected because of my husband.
But it's not just women here or in New Orleans and Raleigh, where events marking the launch of the website have also been held. Liberty, who's on the board of the Southern AIDS Coalition, says many others in the region don't have the same resources or levels of education as their big city sisters.
Doing it electronically and doing it on the internet is a way at least to get as broad a touch. Maybe this will affect a woman way down in rural Alabama to get tested for HIV that would not have gotten tested for HIV.
LivingQuilt.org is also aiming young. Alex Moreno directs the University of Miami's Adolescent Outreach and Education Program. He says digital is the way to go.
Cyber outreach is using the internet. We have to roll with the times. We have to change the way we do outreach and education and getting our patients into primary care and finding those that are lost. And this could be a new tool that we can utilize.
In addition to videos, LivingQuilt.org also has direct links for testing sites and healthcare resources users can find close to their homes. It also has an upload capability to encourage more people to share their HIV/AIDS experiences online. Rhonda Victor, WLRN Miami Herald News.